Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a really fantastic and restful spring break, and now you're feeling renewed and you're ready to get back into gear and finish out the semester. It's hard to believe, but we only have about 5 weeks left of class. So, as you can imagine, there's quite a bit that we need to get done, and I just wanted to take this time to go over the weekly agenda with you. So, what are we doing this week? Briefly this week, you'll be writing discussion post 4, which asks you to reflect on anything that you might be struggling with in the discussion post and get some helpful feedback from your peers. You'll also be doing your detailed outline, which I'll go over more in just a second, and your E3 rough draft. We will be using Google Docs for your rough drafts, so it's really important that you follow the instructions available for you on Blackboard in order to ensure that you know what you're doing and that your draft gets uploaded correctly. And I'll be talking more about that in a second. Finally, don't forget to keep working on core grammar. Remember, once you complete all of the books, you'll be able to take the post test, and the post test is worth 200 points, so it can have quite the impact on your score for the course. And as you can see here, we've got the what to do and where do you find it, where are the directions, where do you post it, and when is it due. So I'm not going to discuss really in depth the discussion post because you can read through the discussion post on your own. I think it's fairly self-explanatory, and I think it will be helpful for you to get some feedback from your peers. The next thing that's due then is the detailed outline. So let's look under Unit 3 to see the detailed outline. When I click here, it will take me to Unit 3, which I'm sure you know by this point in the game, navigating our Blackboard. And I'm going to scroll down until I see the detailed outline. So here is part of the detailed outline. In order to see the full detailed outline, you need to click on the attachment, and it looks like this. So, as you can see, there are instructions for submitting a motive, thesis, and detailed outline, and over here in the comments you can see my explanations of what these elements are and how to explain the how to explain the pieces as much as you can. Basically, the more information that you put into your detailed outline here, the easier it will be for you to start working on your rough draft, which is due Sunday, as you know. So when in each of these points, when it asks you for particular data, summaries, etc., these should be things that you have started to pull from your research. Be sure, though, to cite your information. If you have particular data, particular summary, particular article you want to use, you need to begin working on using proper MLA 8 citation. Use your textbook, use the helpful links I've included for you in Unit 3 under avoiding plagiarism resources. Use my office hours, use the Writing Center. There are lots of tools for you. So the more information you include here, the easier it will be for you to work on your rough draft. I expect this, as stated in the instructions, to be a fully fleshed out detailed outline. So it should be more than just the bullet points of what you're going to talk about. It should go into a little bit more depth and be more full. That is due, of course, on Wednesday, in addition to discussion post 4. And then you'll see, in addition to the Unit 3 secondary discussion posts, you've got the rough draft due. So where do you find information about the rough draft? You can see here E3 peer reviews on Google Drive. So to submit your E3 rough draft, just click on this title link, and it will take you to the folder where you need to upload your document. As you can see here, you must be signed into your UCM Google account to access the folder. If you're not signed into UCM, it will give you the option to request access, but I will not give anyone without a UCM email address access to the folder for privacy and safety concerns. So please use your UCM Google to log in. Your rough draft should be at least 5 pages, have a working works cited page, utilize MLA formatted in-text citations. So when I want to upload my draft here, excuse me, I can either click New or right click and click Upload File. When I go to choose the file to upload, I need to be sure to name it correctly. If we had 20 different essays that were E3 rough drafts, then that would get really confusing, right? So I'm going to click here and choose Rename and rename it Neeson E3RD. Okay? And then everyone will be able to see that this is my rough draft. I will go over more about peer reviews in the next week's email. So for now, if you want to get started with that, you certainly can. There are videos for sharing your drafts on Google Drive and instructions and guidelines, which you can start to look at if you want to get a head start. But I will cover that more in next week's email. So these are the basics of all of the assignments that are due this week. If you have questions or concerns, please let me know. Happy writing!